here from Hooked on Homemade Happiness. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this adorable owl purse. For this pattern, what you will need is 3 colors that you would like for the main colors of your little purse. These are the 3 colors that I am going to be using. You don't need too much yarn. You could probably just pull from your stash like I did. So I'm using this orange, purple, and pink. These are, I think, Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. So you'll need 3 colors for the main color of your purse, and those can be any colors that you would like. And then for the little face, you will need some kind of yellow, gold, or orange, something for the beak. So I'll be using this yellow here. And then for the eyes, you will need just a little bit of black, a little bit of white, and a little bit of whatever color you would like the eyes to be. I have blue, so if you wanted to do brown or green or hazel, whatever color you would like the eyes to be on your owl. So total, you'll need 7 colors here. So 3 for your purse, and then these 4 for the face of your owl. And I will also be using an H 5mm crochet hook. We're going to be starting with a magic circle. So I'm going to take my length of yarn and I'm going to wrap it around my first 2 fingers here. I want to make sure the yarn is laying on top of my fingers, and then wrap it around towards the back so that my working yarn here is on top of my hand, and then my end is wrapped around the back of my fingers. I'm going to take my hook, I'm going to pull the loop on my fingers from the left through the one on the right, carefully pull my fingers out, and chain 1. So now I have this adjustable ring that I'm going to work my first round into. Now if you don't want to do a magic circle, you could definitely just chain 3 and slip stitch to the very first chain to make your loop and work into that loop. I like using an adjustable ring, especially for bags, so that there are no extra holes or anything. So here I have my ring. I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to work 12 double crochet in this ring. Notice my finger's still in it. I don't want to lose it. I want to make sure it's nice and big for all of my stitches. So I'm going to work 12 double crochet in this space right here. So we'll yarn over, and I like to hold on to all the things. Obviously I want to hold on to my tail to keep it from getting wrapped in. I want to hold on to this chain 3 so it doesn't get wrapped around my hook with my yarn overs, and make sure that this ring here stays nice and open. So I yarned over. I'm going to insert my hook into this space right here, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So now I'm going to tighten it a bit now that I've kind of gotten myself started. Alright, so there's 1 double crochet. I'm going to do 11 more for a total of 12. So yarn over, insert your hook here, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And if you notice that your ring is getting a little bit big as you work, you can just pull that end and tighten it right back up. Not too tight that you can't work your stitches in it, but you can tighten it back up a little bit, because it will continue to loosen as you work around it. Alright, here's my 12th. So I have all 12 of my double crochets here in my magic circle, so I'm going to take my end and I'm going to pull it tight and cinch it closed. And then I'm going to join to the first double crochet. The chain 3 does not count as a stitch, so I'm going to join to the very first, oh here it is, sorry. Here it is, the very first double crochet of my round right here. And then just make sure you get it nice and tight, and then when you go to weave in your ends, make sure you sew this up real good because it will loosen over time if it's not tied in a knot. So this end right here will need to be tied in a knot before you weave in those ends. Alright, so we're going to move on to round 2, and we're going to be working some increases. So that means we'll be working 2 double crochet in each stitch around. So I'll start with my chain 3. And here in the very first stitch, this chain 3 does not count, so I'm going to start here. In the very first double crochet, I'm going to work 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So I did my yarn over, insert my hook into this stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 more. And then now I'm going to do that again in the same stitch. So I'm going to have 2 double crochet in 1 stitch, and I'm going to do that all the way around. So again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up that loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and then again in the same stitch. So we're going to be increasing this round by 2, by doubling it. So we will have 24 stitches at the end of round 2. So here I am at the last stitch for round 2, where I'm going to work 2 more double crochet. But for round 3, I'm going to be changing colors. So I will actually change colors at the very end of round 2 for a new color in round 3. So I'm going to work my first double crochet in this last stitch. And for my second color, my second double crochet in this last stitch is where I'm going to be adding my new color. So I'm going to start with the yarn over, insert my hook into this stitch, and yarn over and pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now that's where I'm going to stop with this color. I'm going to grab my second color that I want in my purse. I'm going to put that yarn on my hook, and I will pull that through on the last step of that last double crochet. Now with this new color, I will take this and I will join to the very first double crochet of this round. And I'm going to go ahead and snip off that purple, and I will continue to work with my second color for my bag. So I'm going to start again with the chain 3. And this round, when we increase, we're going to be working 1 double crochet in 1 stitch and then 2 double crochet in the next. So we'll yarn over and insert my hook into the same stitch as my join because the chain 3 does not count. Yarn up and pull up a loop and work that double crochet. Tighten these up a bit. So I have 1 double crochet there, and I'm going to be working 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And then 1 double crochet in the next, and 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So again, we're going to be increasing this round by another 12. So we will have 36 stitches at the end of this round. So now again, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and 2 double crochet in the next. And we will repeat that all the way around. 1 double crochet in the next, 2 double crochet in the next. So here's the last stitch of the round, where I'll be ending with 2 double crochet in this same stitch. Again, you should end with 36 stitches in round 3, and then join to the first double crochet with a slip stitch. And now for round 4, we are going to be continuing along with this color for 1 more round. I will start with a chain 3, and we will double crochet in 2 stitches and then 2 double crochet in the next. So I will double crochet in this first stitch, double crochet in the next, whoops, There we go. And then 2 double crochet in the next. So again, we are working those increases and increasing this round by 12 stitches. So now double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2, and then 2 double crochet in the next. One double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 double crochet in the next, and we will repeat that all the way around. Here I am at the last stitch of the round, where I will end with 2 double crochet, and we will also be changing color again to our third and final color of the of our purse. So I will yarn over and insert my hook and work 1 double crochet, and now for the next double crochet is where I'm going to be pulling in that new color. So I yarn over, insert my hook into that last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to drop this color. I'm going to pull in my third color here and place that on my hook and pull that through in the last step of that last double crochet of the round. And now with my new color, oopsies, if I can grab it, there we go. I will join to the first double crochet of that round. Tighten everything up a bit back here, and go ahead and cut that other color. So now I am working with that third color, and I'm going to continue with my increases here. So I will start with a chain 3, and I will double crochet, 1 double crochet in 3 stitches, and then 2 double crochet in the next. So I'm going to start in this very first stitch with a double crochet in the next, and then 1 double crochet in the next, and then 2 double crochet in the next. So I'm going to repeat that around, working 3 double crochets and then 2 double crochet in the next. So 1 double crochet in the next 3, and 2 double crochet in the next, and we'll repeat that all the way around. So here I am at the last stitch of my round, where I'm ending with 2 double crochet, and you will have 60 double crochet for the end of round 5. And now for round 6, we're not actually going to be working all the way around. We're just going to be working on the top part, kind of creating the top part of our owl, like the top of their head. So I'm going to start with a chain 3. So I have my chain 3, and I'm going to double crochet in the next 4. So starting with the very first stitch here, I'm going to make 4 double crochet in each of the next stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 double crochet in the next. And I'm going to do that 2 more times for just a total of 18 stitches. So 2 more times, I'm going to do 4 double crochet and 2 in the next. And then that is it for row 6. So you should have a total of 18 stitches here. I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn and pull that through. And now I'm going to make 1 more of these, the exact same pattern for the other side. So go ahead and repeat this pattern 1 more time, so you have a total of 2 of these for the front and back panels of the purse. So here I have both my front and back panels for our owl purse. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to start working on the eyes and the beak. I'm going to put these to the side. Oh, I also went ahead and wove in all of the ends on both of these pieces. So I'm going to put those to the side and grab my colors for the eyes. So I have the white, the blue, and the black. So we're going to be starting with the black. And again, I'm going to start with that magic circle. So I'm going to start with my yarn laying over the top of my hand and coming around my fingers this way towards me and then back this way, wrap it around my first two fingers here, grab my hook, put it underneath these loops on my fingers, pull the one on the left through the one on the right, pull my fingers out and leave that circle there. I'm going to chain 1 to secure my circle, and then I will chain 2, and now I'm going to work 8 half double crochet in this circle. So I'll yarn over it, insert my hook into this circle, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. And I'm going, it's hard to see with the black, I know, but here I have 1 half double crochet. And I'm going to do that 7 more times for a total of 8. But remember, we're going to be changing colors at the end of this round. So we're going to be pulling in this second color here on that last step of the last half double crochet. So I'm just going to do 7. So I'm going to do 6 more for a total of 7 for now. So there's 7 half double crochet, and on the next one is when I'm going to pull in that last color. So I'm going to kind of tighten it a bit. There we go. So I'm going to get my next color ready to go, ready to pull in, and I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook back into my ring, yarn over and pull up a loop. So I have those 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to drop this color, and I'm going to pull in this color that I want for my eyes. I'm using blue. Pull in those 3 loops there. And then now I'm going to tighten my ring. Everything nice and tight here. Tighten up this. Okay. Now I will join to the first half double crochet with a slip stitch. I know it's really hard to see with this black in the video. It does not come up well at all. There we go. And I will go ahead and snip off that black. So now I'm done with the black. I'm going to work with my blue. I will chain 1, and I'm going to work 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So here's my very first stitch where I joined. I'm going to insert my hook and pull up that loop and yarn over and pull through 2 for my first single crochet. I'm going to do that again in the same stitch. So I'm going to do 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So for round 2 of the eye, we will have 16 single crochet. So I'm at the last stitch, and I've only done 1 of my last 2 because I'm going to be pulling in now my white for the last round of the eye. So here I have my last color. So again, I'm going to start this single crochet, and I'm going to pull my new color in on the last step. So I'll insert my hook and pull up that loop. Then I'm going to drop this color, and I will pull in my last color, the white, and pull that through those last 2 loops, and then join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch. And then I'm going to tighten everything up, cut this blue, And now I will work this final round with the white, where I will be working another round of half double crochet. So I will chain 2, and I'm going to half double crochet in 1 stitch, so in the same stitch as my chain 2, and then 2 half double crochet in the next. So 1, 2. So at the end of this round you will have 24 half double crochet. So work 1 half double crochet in the next, and then 2 half double crochet in the next, and work that all the way around. So here I have alternated those stitches all the way around. I'm going to join to the first half double crochet here with a slip stitch, and when I cut this yarn I'm going to leave a nice long tail, because I'm going to be using this for the sewing. When I sew my eye on, I'm going to use this long end. So I'm going to pull that through. May have made it a bit too long, we'll see. And then we will go ahead and weave in the rest of the ends, leave this long one for sewing. And then when you're done with that, go ahead and make another one as well. So here I have both of my eyes. So I'm going to go, and in both of them I have left a long end for sewing and weaved in the ends on the other side. I didn't worry too much about how it looked because it is going to be sewn onto the panel of the purse, so you won't be able to see the ends if they kind of stick out of it. So I trimmed off the ends and wove all those in, and now we're going to make the beak. And for the beak I'm going to be using this yellow. You can of course use like an orangey color, whatever color you like for the beak. So I'm going to get my yarn on my hook, and I will start with a chain of 6 for the beak. And then I'm going to be starting in the second chain from my hook. So here's the first chain, here's the second chain. I'm going to work a slip stitch right here in the second chain from the hook. So I'm going to insert my hook into that chain and pull my loop through the chain and then through the loop on my hook. And then now in the next chain I'm going to single crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook into the next chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 for a single crochet, and then I will half double crochet in the next. So I will yarn over, insert my hook into the next chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through all 3. Now I will double crochet in the next chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then in this last chain I will work a treble crochet. So I'm going to yarn over twice, insert my hook into that last chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. Here I have 4 loops on my hook. I will yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So this will be our beak for our owl. So I'm going to cut my yarn, and I will leave a long end for sewing, and then I can go ahead and weave in this other end here. So now that I have all my pieces made, now I'm going to start sewing. So I'm going to take one of my circles that I made. I'm going to work on the right side of the circle. So here, these are the back of the stitches, and this side, these are the front of the stitches. So I'm going to be working on this side on the front of my work. I'm going to kind of set these where I like them. I'm actually going to do the beak first. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. Okay, so I'm gonna actually do the beak first so I can lay the eyes kind of on top of it like that after I sew the beak. So I want the beak to be pretty much right on round 1. So here's round 1 of my circle, and I want it to be right there in the center of round 1. So I'm going to take this long end. I think I made it way too long, so I'm going to trim it because that's going to be a pain to pull through. And then I'm going to thread it through my yarn needle. And if you wanted to go ahead and secure this with stitch markers or something, you definitely could before you sew. I'm just going to go for it here because that's just how I do things. Alright, and I'm going to just kind of whip stitch it through. Pick it up and just pull it through one side and put it through the other. And I'm not going to worry at all what the back looks like because it's going to be on the inside of my bag. Make sure that tip is nice and pointy and pull it down a bit. And go like that. There we go. And then I'm going to come back up the other side. Okay, then I'll go across the top here. Again, I am no perfectionist, so if you definitely wanted to add stitch markers, go for it. I'm more of a wing it kind of person, so whatever you feel comfortable with. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to add my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this. I'm going to wait to weave it in so I can weave everything in at the end. And also if I don't like the placement, I want to be able to take it out. So I'm just going to leave this end here for a little bit. So now I will take my eyes and place them. I like to place them just slightly over the corner of the beak. So I'm kind of overlapping here on round 5. And here's this one. I want to lay them pretty close to each other, like that. I'll go ahead and just do one at a time. Oops. About right there. This end is super long again, so I'm going to trim it even further. In general, when you're sewing, you want the end you're using to sew to be about twice the length of what you're sewing. I had like 4 or 5 times, so I don't need that much. So I trimmed it a little bit because pulling it through is going to be a pain if you have it too long. So again, I'm just going to kind of secure it like this and go around by pulling it in and out. And I'm kind of working, I don't know, underneath the 2 top loops. All the way around. So there I have my first eye sewn on, and I went ahead and just left this end. I'll weave all those at the end. And then I'm going to sew on my second one. I want it to be right up next to this one, maybe even overlapping just a tad. So I'm going to do that the same way. So now we have our face sewn on and all the ends woven in. Again, I did not worry about what the back looked like because this is going to be the inside. I did want to make sure all my ends were tucked in because little hands will be reaching into the purse for things and I don't want them to get snagged on an end. But it doesn't really matter how nice they look because it's all going to be on the inside. So now that I have my face sewn on, I'm going to now sew both of these together, or I'm sorry, stitch them together. So I want both of these pieces facing out. So here's the right side of both. I'm going to put them together like this. So on the back I have the right side facing out, and here on the front I have the right side facing out. And I'm going to be using this third color from my owl for my joining and my strap. And I'm going to be joining right here to this top right corner, and I will use a single crochet to join them together. So I'm going to turn my work this way. So here I am, right at the top of row 5 before we did this top notch here. I'm going to insert my hook, See, this stitch is kind of where the last double crochet from row 6 was. Insert my hook there, and then also on the back. I'm going to grab my yarn here and pull it through both of those, and then chain 1. Now as I single crochet around, I'm going to make sure to insert my hook into both the front and back. So I'm going to insert my hook back into the same place, front and back, and work a single crochet. Tighten that end. Okay. So now I will insert my hook into the next stitch on the front and back. So you could see I have both panels on my hook here. Pull up that loop and pull through 2 for a single crochet. I'm going to do that all the way around, working my hook through the front and the back and single crocheting these 2 pieces together. Make sure you have both the front and back on your hook before working that single crochet. And we will repeat that all the way around to the very opposite side from where we started. So here I have single crocheted all the way around, and I have joined my bag here. Now I'm going to work on the strap, and I'm just going to continue working with this working yarn. I'm not going to fasten it off or anything. I am going to be using a foundation single crochet for the strap. If you wanted to do a different type strap, you definitely could. I'm going to be using foundation single crochet. So we are going to start with a chain 2. And then now I'm going to start my strap in this second chain from the hook. So I'm going to insert my hook in that second chain. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 1, so that's like my chain. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, and that's my single crochet. So with foundation single crochet, you are basically crocheting your foundation chain and your first row of single crochet all at the same time. So I will insert my hook back into this chain that I made. So those bottom 2 loops, yarn over and pull up a loop. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 1, so that's my chain, and then yarn over, pull through 2. That is my single crochet. So again, I'm going to turn it over. Here's those 2 bottom loops where my chain is. I'm going to insert my hook there, pull up a loop, chain 1, and single crochet. Insert my hook back under here. Chain and pull up my loop. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 1 for my chain 1, and yarn over, pull through 2 for my single crochet. And you could see here my single crochets. We could count our stitches across. So I am going to make about 100 foundation single crochet for my strap. You can make it any length that you like. So I'm just going to continue inserting my hook underneath that stitch in that chain 1 I made, and pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Insert my hook back here underneath those in that chain space, pull through 1, and then pull through 2. I like doing the strap this way because it's a little bit stronger than a chain, and you can get a row of single crochet and kind of just do it all at once. without having to have much sewing or anything like that, because it's already attached to one end. So now when we're finished, we just have to attach it to the other. So go ahead and continue this until you have the strap length you're looking for. I'm going to do 100 foundation single crochet. So here I have done those 100 foundation single crochet, and what I'm going to do now with the end of my strap, I'm going to take it and make sure it's not twisted anywhere. Make sure it's nice and straight. I'm going to go back to the very first, I lost one. There we go. I'm going to go back to the very first single crochet here where I initially joined, and I will insert my hook into both the top loops there and join here with a slip stitch, and that is it. And I will snip that yarn and pull that through and weave in those ends. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to add some fringe to the top corners of our cute little owl here. Now to add the fringe, I just cut 4 pieces of each color of these 3 colors for my fringe for the top of the purse, and I'm going to take 2 of each color, and I made them longer than I need them because I'm going to be trimming them all to be the same size. So I'm going to separate those into 2 groups, 1 for each side. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to turn it this way, kind of fold this back because I want to be working in the front. I'm going to insert my hook into this stitch here on the far corner, and I'm going to pull these pieces through, pull enough that I can put my fingers in and grab what's left over on the end, pull it through that loop, pull it nice and tight. Okay, I'm going to do that on the other end with my remaining pieces. Kind of fold them in half, insert my hook into the furthest stitch in the corner, grab all of these pieces and pull them through. Get my finger in that loop there. Pull them all through, and then I'm just going to tug on them to make sure they're all secure. Turn it over. Oh my gosh, that's so stinking cute. And then I'm just going to kind of trim them however length I like, just an inch or so, 1.5 inches. Again, I'm no perfectionist, so if you are, you might want to measure and be a little more exact. I just kind of eyeball things, so there we go. And there you have it. Here is your darling owl purse. I hope you love it. I hope someone in your life that you make it for loves it so much. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.